Tuning in to this edition of The Courageous One. We're out here in Puyallup, Washington with Danielle Lee and her husband Brian. Danielle is an interesting character in that she has been suffering from multiple sclerosis for some time now, better part of 12 years. I use the word suffering. Danielle, she does not use that word. She refuses to quit. She fights admirably. She works a full-time job. And on April 4th, she will be doing the annual multiple sclerosis walk to fight, obviously, to fight MS. So I want to introduce all of you to Danielle Lee and her husband Brian. Thank you for joining us. What I would like you to share, both of you, what I would like you, especially Danielle, to share with the viewers is how exactly, just start off by telling us what your day is like, basically. As opposed to a person who does not have multiple sclerosis.
Some days it's a struggle. Some days it's harder to get up than it is on a day-to-day basis for most people. But you just keep going. There's days that I can barely walk. There's days that I can barely get out of bed. But you do it. You do it for your family. You do it for yourself. You do it for your sanity.
Right. To feel normal, sense of normal. Now, in terms of the physical effects, what are some of the physical effects that this disease has caused you in terms of how you feel?
Well, it affects different people different ways, but for me personally, I'm numb from my chest down.
Okay.
It's like when your foot's asleep and it wakes up and it's the pins and the needles.
What's that like for you, Brian? Seeing your wife, go through this.
She doesn't let me know what she's feeling, because she's hard-headed. But other than that, she's just learned to deal with it. Everybody has it in family. One day at a time.
Just, in an approximate sense, how many Americans are affected by this disease? Do you have any?
I don't know how many, but from the statistics, the majority of them are in the state of Washington, and they don't know why. And it's mainly women from the ages of 26 on up, and it does hit men, but not as many men as women, and they don't know why either.
Right. What would you say? Because you're on April 4th. As I mentioned, you're going to be participating in a walk. 5 miles. You're going to walk 5 miles, and most people who don't have any helmets don't just go for a walk 5 miles. Other than the fact that you're actually going to physically perform and do a walk, what is it on the inside of you that drives you to do something that must be actually physically excruciating? What is it what do you see while you're taking those steps with that cane that makes you year after year go out and do that walk?
Because I still can. So knowing that I still can, I'm going to keep doing it till I can. Because there's no reason why I shouldn't be. There's nothing holding me back. I can still do my everyday things. I have a disease, but I'm not going to let it own me. I don't know any other way to say that other than I will control it. It's not going to control me, if that makes any sense.
It makes great sense. If there was anything, that you could say to someone who's suffering from what you're suffering from, or people who are hurting in general, what would you say to them to inspire them to take the courage that you have obviously taken regarding your disease?
I would just say take life as it is, take it every day, day by day, and don't let the little things get you down, because once you do that, then it's over. If you dwell on the little things, it ends up being a big thing. But I guess I try not to let things make me sad. You know, I mean, I do get sad. I get emotional. I do. I mean, there's some days where I drive to work and I'm like, oh, why? Why me? And then you just go day by day. I do it for him. I do it for my son. Because if I'm down, they're down. And that doesn't make a good combination.
It's called hard-headedness.
Yeah.
It says hard-headedness, huh?
Get it from her dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. How does
Tell her no, she's not good. She's gonna prove you wrong.
How does that? I'm sure that's probably kind of a mixed emotion that makes you feel like proud of her at the same time, but it might make you feel a little
Swift kick in the butt sometimes.
yeah.
Because I want her to rest, but she can't sit still. She's always want to go.
And, you know, the whole walk thing, I can still walk. There's some people that can't walk, but I can. So, and I'm going to keep going until I can. I walk every day after work. I go with my neighbors, and we walk 3 to 4 miles in the rain, in the sun. You know, we just do it. I can, so I'm going to continue to do it. And there's, you know, people that say, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You need to rest. Yeah, I probably should, but I'm not going to.
I'd like to thank you both for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is
You know, like, it's not about me. It's about everybody that has it. I don't do it for me. I do it well, I do it for me, but I do it for other people.
Sure. So you're fighting for a bigger cause.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that concludes our interview with Danielle Lee and her husband Brian. I would like to thank everyone for tuning in. Again, like I mentioned just a moment ago, I would like everyone out there to think, you know, what if this was your mother, your sister, your aunt? What if this was your brother? What if this was your family that was dealing with this situation? We all would want all the help we can get. So on behalf of the Lee family and everyone else that has suffered from this horrendous and horrible disease, I would ask you to please take the time, click the link provided on this page, and donate to the fight against multiple sclerosis. This interview here was just a glimpse of what this family goes through on a daily basis. Every day, Danielle goes to work, okay? She goes to work every day and has to climb steps, and she's numb from her chest down all the time. Her husband stands by her side faithfully, and he watches as his wife suffers, and there's nothing he can do about it. So this interview was just basically a snapshot. But these lovely people are dealing with it every day. And I would hope that there was some information provided here that will inspire all of us, you know, to go click this link and not just say, oh, what a wonderful family, I'm so sorry for them. But let's take action and let's come together and find a cure for this disease. Again, Danielle will be walking on April 4th, 2009 at Point Defiance Park in Tacoma, Washington. And alawrencehaskins.com, we will be there. We will be documenting that, and we're probably going to do a few more segments with Danielle to raise awareness about this disease. Again, I'm A. Lawrence Haskins. Thank you very much for tuning in to this segment of The Courageous Ones. Talk to you soon.